The Super Bowl, yes. The Super Bowl commercials. Yes. Mainly, we're going to talk about the Marvel 70-second teaser trailer that they showed. Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Captain America, Winter Soldier. WandaVision.
Falcon, Winter Soldier.
Falcon, Winter Soldier. Yeah. WandaVision and Loki. What did you think of the Falcon Winter Soldier bit? I feel like, to me, that was the weaker of the three.
Well, I thought the Loki was the weakest technically because it was like 2 shots.
I think those 2 shots speak more volumes.
Based on what's in them?
Yes.
Like the outfit and all that stuff that we'll break down.
Yeah.
I agree. I thought WandaVision had absolutely the most to be seen, and obviously because everything was so drastically different.
Yes. Different visual styles and outfits. Yes.
And eras and all that. I thought Falcon Winter Soldier, I loved the it was like Bucky in front of Baron Zemo and that music while the bullets are falling down in front of him.
That was a cool scene.
That was really cool.
With that scene, I think, I didn't mean to cut you off, but with that scene, I'm thinking, okay, they had to get him out of prison to stop something.
Yeah.
Kind of like Hannibal Lecter, if you will. Yeah. And he wants to kill him, but he can't, so he dumps all the bullets so that way they can help him get who they want. And then eventually it's going to be found out that he was behind it all along. That's what I'm thinking.
Interesting. I mean, I like that. I liked seeing Falcon kind of train with the shield in the beginning, where he takes it out and he like throws it, which is like cool. The homage to First Avenger, where Cap like throws his shield in the slow mo, and he's like pulling it out of the tree. That was cool. It
looks good.
I liked seeing that Falcon was still using his wings. I think that was a big thing in the comics, where like he was flying around, but it wasn't as much because they were like trying to push that Captain America thing.
But this, I think they're going to be able to do.
They're going to combine it.
Exactly, because we've seen the face. We're familiar with the character, and he's high in popularity because of the MCU. So the fact that we can still keep the Falconness of Falcon.
Yeah, I like that they're keeping the name Falcon.
Yeah, and add in the Captain America stuff, I think would be great.
I think it's going to be great to see the combos that he's going to be able to do with the wings flying and then the shield. Like, there's got to be something where like he like cuts the wings back and lands through the shield and slides or something ridiculous.
And he also has his bird, Red Wing, right?
Oh, he has the Red Wings. Yes, they're in the comics. It's an actual falcon bird. In the movie verse, it's like the 2 little almost like robots that Tony.
So we're definitely going to see a cool combo with the wings, maybe hitting somebody, throwing a shield. The bird uppercuts him. Like, I think the choreograph in this show is
the choreography.
What did I say? Choreography. Come on, I'm sick. Leave me alone. I think it's going to be bar none, especially with Winter Soldier. That movie was fantastic with the fight scenes.
One of the best.
I think we're going to get that same kind of feel here. But this show is definitely going to be that spy espionage movie.
Yeah.
And it's going to hit that itch for Marvel.
6 episodes, man. It's going to be awesome. I want to move on to WandaVision, right? Yes.
Arguably the most important out of the 3.
Yeah.
We've seen scenes briefly of different versions, right? And I'm sure if you're watching this, you already have seen these images online. All right, we see them getting married, being pregnant, twin cribs, maybe twins are being born, her as a mom. You know, we kind of see this perfect life of Wanda and Vision together. And now that bleeds out into all these theories of what exactly is happening. How does this tie in with Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
How does this tie in with Loki? I want to touch upon something a lot of people aren't touching upon, the twins. Now, you're like, wait, Rob, everybody's talking about the twins. They're going to have twins. I'm going to talk about if it's real, because I think it's fake.
Okay.
I think they're not.
We know
really
there's
cool.
going to be a lot of weird twists, and there's going to be a lot of cool stuff.
I think it's just an homage for us fans. But if it's real, Wanda and Vision have kids magically, and they're named Wiccan, and Speed.
Yep.
Pretty much the counterparts to Quicksilver and Wanda, right? But in the future of the Marvel Universe, those 2 kids join up with the West Coast Avengers and Young Avengers, right? And I'm seeing
West Coast
these seeds being plot. So especially they want to separate, they want to show the Marvel Cinematic Universe hitting all aspect of the world.
Yeah.
I think if they set up West Coast Avengers with these kids, take things on that side, and then we have stuff in New York, it's going to give it balance. And it's also going to hit the younger kid demographic. We have those 2,
almost
right?
like the Champions, kind of.
Correct. And like Teen Titans, right? And Young Justice. Like, that's going to hit that itch, that young adult version of Marvel, which they kind of had with the Runaways.
Yeah, which they're
and Cloak and Dagger, which they kind of like X'd it out.
Which they're going to start growing with that and like Miss Marvel and stuff like that.
Miss Marvel could join that team, so that's 3. We have the new Hawkeye Kate Bishop could join that team. That's 4.
She could run that team.
She could run the team, right? So we could have, that young adult Avenger style that hit that target audience and also hit that West Coast vibe and give us a whole new demographic and style. And I think that'll be really cool. You could also introduce... They're not going to probably do Amadeus Cho because, he plays with them.
Well, they're doing Shang-Chi, so...
They're doing Shang-Chi.
Focus on Shang-Chi first.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, Amadeus Cho
as a Hulk?
Yeah, like, they're bruising. They won't do that because we're getting She-Hulk.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But they could put Ant-Man over there because Ant-Man's over there. Originally, Hawkeye finds the team, so maybe Hawkeye gets his own little initiative with them. Yeah. So they could do that whole avenue. I think that's a cool possibility. I don't think it's going to happen because I think they have other stuff to focus on. I think the twins are a throwaway. But it's cool to see that they could, if they want to, do this young adult style.
I agree with part of it.
Okay.
I think we're going to see the twins in a different aspect, or it becomes a cliffhanger at the end for possibly another season 2. I think I don't think we're gonna get the girl twin. What's her face? What's her name? Wiccan. Because we have Wanda. We don't need another.
You think one of the kids are gonna die?
No, I think we're gonna get Speed because we don't have a fast hero anymore. What if the girl is actually Viv?
Oh.
And that's the big cliffhanger at the end of not only it's Viv and not Wiccan, but if it's real or not because it ties into weirdness, Doctor Strange, multiverse theory, spell casting stuff.
Yeah, it just messes up everything. And they're humans.
And I also think based on
mashup of stories.
Exactly. And well, really quick, Viv is kind of like the daughter of Vision that he creates.
Correct.
Which is almost think of Miss Martian, Martian Manhunter, Vision, Viv.
In Tom King's run, right?
Tom King's run. His miniseries was brilliant. And the other aspect is, based on what we saw in this trailer, we kind of saw these decades of things, right? Like going back to the 50s or 60s.
Yeah, when it's black and white.
Where we see also Wanda in her comic book costume coming down the stairs.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. I think that's her taking the kid. Everybody's hating on that costume, but
of course they are.
I think it's her planning to take the kids to the trick or treat,
like a Halloween thing. Yeah. Yes, I think so too. And then we see her kind of in the Full House get up and the Brady Bunch get up and all this stuff. I think we're gonna get more of a story that's closer to House of M. In this, where it's Wanda's power is so strong, which we saw in Endgame, which we saw in Infinity War, where Endgame she almost took down Thanos by herself, and she would have probably if we didn't.
I can see that.
I think it's going to be her power because it was so-called created, based on Avengers 2, where she was tested on with her brother, and they can't really go back and change that to them being mutants. They could make them mutants in the future, but I think based on that, we're going to see more of hey. Her power is so unnatural and different than anything. This could be corrupting her mind. This could be deteriorating. And Vision being the genius kind of cyborg android is kind of trying to fix her and projecting himself in her mind as all these other things.
Oh, you think Vision
to kind of keep her calm?
Is trying to go back and Vision is fixed in your world,
and in the real world, and in her world, she's seeing it as this white fence picket perfect world, almost like Inception. Where we don't know what's real and what's not, but at the end maybe the kids are real, and he also created Viv in that world.
I got one better for you. Before we move on,
I like this. I like the one ups.
So she goes into stress-induced coma, right? Mm-hmm. That's what a lot of people are thinking, and she's freaking out, causing this. I think this is the doing of Nightmare.
Ooh.
Nightmare's a villain. He's also a Doctor Strange villain.
Deep cut.
So think of it like Freddy Krueger. He goes and torments your nightmares, creates you pretty much could mind control you if he wants to.
Almost like Shadow King.
Correct, right? Yeah. So he can control you and your body if you want. A lot of times he just goes in your minds and messes with you and draws on your pain and misery to make him stronger.
Yep.
I can see Doctor Strange projecting himself into that, we find out at the end.
Ooh. You think
Vision. I think he's Vision.
And you think Vision's still dead?
I think Vision's still dead. I think he's Vision, or you're going to get moments of Vision trying to clear her, and that's Doctor Strange speaking through Vision.
Yes.
Trying to get her to realize what she's doing because she's destroying the universe, creating multiverses because of Nightmare's plan to just get stronger with Thanos gone, because Nightmare is like a god himself, right? Yeah. And he has brothers that are other gods. He sees Thanos is gone. Maybe he tries to take this point, and they could do that whole route with because their mother's like one of the queens. It took down all the Greek gods and stuff.
Yeah,
and the Greek gods could tie into the Guardians of the Galaxy, right? So that whole thing, we could have another one of his brothers fighting there. We could have this brother causing this here.
Okay.
And then Doctor Strange is trying to stop it, trying to get her to stop because she's creating this disruption in the Force.
Very House of M style, where
Correct.
she's kind of going insane.
She's going insane.
And instead of Magneto, Doctor Strange plays the Magneto character.
Correct.
Of trying to like keep her calm, keep her figuring out what's wrong, and projecting Vision as the calming
Correct.
force inside of her mind.
Now,
awesome.
The repercussions still could be creating mutants. He still could be creating vampires. Still could be creating the kids. But I think the why could be that. Mm-hmm. And I think because of all these different anomalies, multiverses are creating, right? We also, we know there's a dark tie to Loki. I'm going to continue this for you guys. I don't want to cut. Loki, we see him for 2 seconds. He's wearing a prison jumpsuit.
Yes, he is.
Time Variance Order, TVA.
Yep.
They're pretty much the time police.
Yep.
So if anything,
the Legends of Tomorrow in Marvel.
Correct. If anything happens, another one of the soldiers are created to solve that.
Yep.
So I think, when Loki goes back, he creates one. But the Force, they're not very good. But the Force gets so strong because Wanda's also causing multiple things. Mm-hmm. Loki has no choice but to team up with Doctor Strange and Wanda to try to settle everything, to try to beat the TVA.
I would love a Doctor Strange Loki team up more than anything.
Trying to right the universe, and eventually that movie, after, this sets up, Doctor Strange's involvement. We see Loki setting up, these are who these people are, and there's multiple of them because of what happened in WandaVision. Now Doctor Strange has to go through these universes, trying to create everything at a level playing field, make sure everything is safe, to make sure that the Time Variance Agency doesn't kill his friends, doesn't cause more damage than good because he doesn't trust them, and kind of like doing their job for them.
God, I love conspiracy.
Boom. And I'm sick.
That would be really cool. My one question in that.
That's all the energy I have.
Yeah, you spent for the rest of the day.
I'm done.
My one question for that take would be, if Loki gets tied into this, how do you differentiate his show to not being just a continuation of this?
His show, because I think his show is going to focus on...
Because what we saw, clearly he's messing with time, right? Because he's getting caught by the Time
I think that happens...
Bureau.
It's either going to happen in the very beginning or in the middle.
Like he kind of pops in cameos?
Captured. Yeah, no, not in WandaVision.
Oh, in Loki. Okay.
In Loki, that he gets captured.
Okay.
I think it's going to focus on what he does and what evil plan he's trying to do to make himself stronger, to try to get the stones or whatever.
Do we see Thor? Do we see Odin?
Sure.
I don't think so. I don't think we're going to see
Thor. I think they could do...
I think he gets mentioned. I think
they could do that show without touching the other Marvel Cinematic Universe, but have notes like, there are more of these guys because of something else going on. And we're like, wait, is it because of what we just saw in WandaVision?
Yeah.
Like, they could hint at it. They don't have to directly connect.
Okay. I'm okay with that 100%.
Oh, fun fact.
And I hope they do the kids, and I hope Wanda says no more mutants somewhere in this.
Maybe.
To cause something crazy to happen, and maybe it's like she sees Viv, and Viv is not really her child, and it's more of a mutant creation, and in her craziness.
Two last things. One, we know Owen Wilson is going to be in Loki as a major character. So
wow.
If he doesn't say wow once, I think in the TVA there's like 3 generals: Justice Peace, Justice Goodwill, Justice.
He could be like the John C. Reilly character in Guardians, where he's like the guy they contact for the Nova Corps. I think he could be like in that Time Bureau aspect.
Because it's those 3, and then pretty much replicas. They're like faceless people.
Yeah.
So I think he's one of the 3 generals.
Has to be, because you're not going to pay Owen Wilson to come in and do something like that without having.
I also think this is all setting up for Kang the Conqueror.
I've been talking about Kang forever.
Yeah, I think if we're...
And I want Kang. Like, I've been preaching bringing Kang.
Kang is pretty much, think of him as like, he's another big bad Avengers level threat.
Yeah.
Arguably stronger than Thanos because he messes with time to...
He has a time staff.
Yes, to his own benefit and make himself stronger to change things in reality.
Yes.
So if we're gonna play with his timey-wimey stuff, as my Doctor Who friends would say, Kang would be a great villain to do. He's very strong.
Villain. Yeah.
And if the Time Bureau, is getting so much stronger because Kang is doing this, and we're also doing this. We have to make sure the universe is right for us and create everything to fight against Kang.
Kang Avengers 8 or 9 debuted, so he's in the first 10 issues as a major threat. Also has a lot of ties to Doctor Doom as well.
He does.
He does a lot of ties to Doctor Doom.
I can see it.
He kind of sees Victor Von Doom as a kind of someone who's someone on this time and planet that's worthy of my attention, where everyone else is kind of you're just here to make me stronger. You're just here. I'm going to destroy your timeline and jump blip blip blip. It's really Victor Von Doom and Silver Surfer he has kind of respect for. So
yes.
Kang is an awesome character. I hope he is at least a one movie Avenger threat before they do Doom and Galactus.
True.
You know what I mean? So that's personal.
All right, guys. That is our thoughts on the Super Bowl 30-second, 70-second, however short
Which became more of a conspiracy theory trailer.
Yes. Teaser. Mm-hmm. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of our theories and what is your theory.
Yes.
Do you have a theory for Falcon Winter Soldier, for WandaVision, for Loki? I heard a theory that WandaVision is actually just fairy odd parents. No, I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. I just wanted to make it mad.
My head almost exploded.
All right. Let me know down in the comments below.
Cosmo.